for example, I really just want to go for a swim in the beach, but at the moment the beaches in Singapore are closed, and I just want to go for a dive in the ocean, and I can't do that because we have measures in place that are trying to keep our community safe. And so I want to respect that, but at the same time I feel frustrated. So I'm not sure if anyone else can relate to that. So today I wanted to begin our practice with some acupressure points that might be helpful for you. So with the movements, sometimes it's difficult to remember what the movements are and replicate them on your own, and we only have one Qigong class a week. So I thought I might give you a little bit of techniques that you can use during your week to help you balance your emotions. So Qigong is one arm of Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. So we have acupuncture, herbal therapy, tuina massage, and then we have exercise therapy, which is where Qigong comes into. So not only is this great for our physical health and our flexibility and our strength, it's incredibly healthy also for our internal organs, and we can use it medicinally. We can use our Qigong movements in a way to heal ourselves rather than using medicine. So in Chinese medicine, we often think of the emotions being the root cause of many diseases. So if we have healthy and balanced emotions, for example, we feel anger, we realize why we're feeling it, and then we express it appropriately, and then the anger goes, then that's healthy. Whereas if we feel angry and we don't talk about it, or we don't understand it and we don't resolve it, it turns into resentment, and then it can end up damaging our liver, because the liver is the organ that is associated with the emotion of anger. For example, fear is associated with our kidneys, and this makes a lot of sense because we have our adrenal glands sitting on top of our kidneys, which are where we get our adrenaline and our response to fear and stress and things like that. So we have these 5 elements which correspond to our 5 yin organs, and I drew a little diagram here. We have the element of water, which corresponds to our kidney and urinary bladder, element of wood, which is our liver and gallbladder, the fire, which is our heart and our pericardium, earth, which is our stomach and our spleen, and then we have metal, which is our lungs and large intestine. So I'm going to be sharing one acupressure point for each element in our body, and I'll explain the emotion and how it might help you out. So the very first element and the very first acupressure point I'm going to share with you is our kidney number 27 point. So this is my meridian man, and our kidney channel runs all the way from the sole of our foot up the inner thigh, and then comes very close to the center line, up the body, it comes out past the nipple, and then underneath our collarbone is where our kidney channel terminates. So just a reminder, this is our water element, and it corresponds to the emotion of fear. So for example, right now we might be feeling a little bit of fear around uncertainty about the future, even though in some places in the world we have the restriction measures beginning to ease. Life will never be the same, and that can create uncertainty and a little bit of fear in us, which is very normal. So if you're feeling any bit of fear or anxiety or some kind of feeling that is being provoked by the unknown, then this is a really great point. So kidney 27, the last point on the kidney channel, is 2 Tsun. Tsun is the measurement where we find our acupressure points, which is basically 3 finger widths from the midline of the body, or it's halfway between your nipple and the midline, and that's going to be 2 Tsun, because from the nipple to the midline is 4 Tsun. So you don't need to be too specific about this. You can just find a few fingers, 2 or 3 fingers, and we're going to tap just underneath our collarbone. So we're not right at the middle, but we're not out wide either. We're just about halfway in between. So you can do this standing, or you can be in a seat here if you like. And we're just going to take some big breaths in through the nose, out of the mouth. Big breath in through the nose, out of the mouth, Big breath in through the nose, and we're just tapping gently. So we don't want to pound ourselves. At the same time, we don't want to be too light. We want to feel as though our fingers are creating some kind of shift or the vibration underneath our collarbones. Deep breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Let it go out of the mouth. Feel the shoulders relax. Deep breath in through the nose. Out of the mouth. In. Out. Take a couple more at your own pace. Starting to feel a softening maybe around the chest, around the lungs, a softening around the neck and the shoulders each time you breathe out. Like the body is letting go of a bit of anxiety, a bit of stress, a bit of fear. And then just let your arms relax down and pay attention to how your body feels. Do you feel any more spaciousness around the chest, a little bit more soft and relaxed around the neck and shoulders? Thank you, Erica. How lovely of you to say. And I'm really grateful you're joining us. So this is a good one to do anywhere, really. You can do it with one hand, just one side. It's still going to have an effect. So for example, if you're in a queue and you feel yourself getting stressed and you're running out of time, or you're in the car, one hand, you can tap while you're steering with the other hand. All right, so another emotion that we might be feeling at the moment is worry and ruminating thoughts. We don't really know what might happen. We might have financial insecurity because we can't work at the moment. Maybe our workplace is closed down, or maybe they've asked us to take a pay cut. Lots of different reasons why we might be worried. We might be worried about family members that we can't visit to take care of. So worry tends to affect our stomach and spleen, our earth element, the most. And we have an excellent point on our shin, our stomach 36 point. So this is, the meridians are bilateral, so we have the same point, stomach 36 on either side, and this one is called Zhu Sun Li 3-mile leg. And basically it has this meaning that the army used to stimulate this point. They used to use it as an acupressure point to be able to walk an extra 3 miles. So not only is it great to relieve any digestive issues because it's our stomach meridian, and also help with any excess worry or ruminating thoughts, it's also great to get a boost of energy because we get our energy by our digestive system. This is our postnatal energy, and mostly it comes by good nutrition, the food we eat, and being able to absorb it and use it effectively in our body. So this point is just below the kneecap on the outside of the leg, and it's 3 finger widths or 4 finger widths below the kneecap. So this is on our meridian man. This is our stomach channel here. So to find it on yourself, grab your 4 fingers and find the base of your kneecap. So we have our patella bone, our kneecap, and we're going to put our fingers just below that, and then find your shin bone. Our shin bone should protrude, and we should be able to feel it with our fingers. It should be quite hard and pointy. So we come to the lowest finger and just roll off the edge into a ditch. And this is where we find our stomach 36 point. And so you can push it with your finger, or if you want extra, you can find it with your thumb. An alternate way of finding this point is finding your shin bone and running up the outer edge of it, and then you'll fall into a ditch on the side a little bit, and this is where the point is. So you can dig your thumb in there, and everyone has a different tolerance. It's very normal for this point to feel a little bit tender. If it does, don't be too alarmed. And another way of stimulating this point is having a very loose fist and just knocking it. So this is a nicer, gentler way to stimulate this point. So not only is this going to help with worry, ruminating thoughts, anxiety that might not be helpful, it can also be great for our digestive system. And our emotions and our digestive system and all the systems in our body work both ways. So for example, if there's something wrong with our digestion, we might experience extra anxiety and worry. Or alternatively, if we're feeling so much anxiety and worry, we might get an upset stomach. So I don't know if you've noticed this pattern in your own life. You can do one leg, or you can do a minute on one leg and then a minute on the other leg. Again, you can knock it with gentle percussion with a loose fist rather than a really tight, hard fist, just a loose fist. Or you can massage that point, and you can do this for your grandparents if they're living with you at the moment. You can do this for other people that, a nice nurturing way to help someone that might have digestive issues or might be a little bit extra worried. Nice. So the next point that I want to share with you belongs to our wood element, which is our liver and gallbladder, the emotion of anger or resentment. And so these emotions can also be exacerbated by stress, and stress also affects our wood element quite a lot. So for example, I've just been a little bit stressed this week. I'm coming towards the end of my pregnancy and there's only a few weeks left to go, and this is my first time, I don't know what to expect, and I've noticed that I'm a bit tighter in my body. And it's so interesting because stress affects our liver and our gallbladder, which governs our tendons and our ligaments, which ultimately affect our flexibility and our ability to move freely in the world. And so I've noticed actually I've been a bit tight in certain areas. So this point is excellent for loosening tendons and ligaments, and it can also help with a little bit of fear. So this is the gallbladder channel that we're looking at now, and the gallbladder channel is this green line on the outer edge of the body. And so also it can be our tight IT band, even on that side of the glute there, and then it zigzags up the side of the chest, and then it comes around the head as well. So we can also get migraines that can be affected by our wood element. So the point on our leg that we're looking at is our gallbladder 34 point. And now we're looking at our second shin bone, our fibula. So with our stomach channel, we were looking at that shin bone that's at the front, our tibia. Now we're looking for our fibula. The fibula isn't as easy to find because it's a thinner bone and it's underneath the flesh. Oh, thanks for your support, I appreciate it. I think just, the unknown is a bit stressful. I'm just reading some of the comments, thank you. So we're looking for our fibula now, and the easiest place to find it is on the side of your calf with the bony protrusion. So that's going to be the head of your fibula, the head of your second shin bone. So can you maybe run your hand up the fleshy side of your leg, and then you find a little bony protrusion. Can you feel that? And then our gallbladder 34 point is just forward and down a little bit of there. And it might feel a little bit ropey or a little bit like a guitar string. And there is a technique in Chinese medicine, tuina, called strumming, where you actually strum the tendon like you're flicking a guitar string. And so I'm flicking my tendon right now that's just below my gallbladder 34 point, and I'm actually feeling a residual sensation down the channel and into my foot. So if you feel that, that's very common as well. So this is not only excellent for anger and stress, but it's also great if you've got body pain in the joints, because it could be due to tight tendons and ligaments. So if anyone is having any difficulty finding these points, just give me a direct message to my Instagram account, Leonie Qigong, later on, and I'm more than happy to help you find them later. It's a bit difficult because we can't communicate with each other and I can't see what you're doing. But quite often this point is tender and it's tenderness, and there might be some kind of like sense of a guitar string under there. That's very normal. All right. So our fourth point belongs to our fire element, which is our heart and our pericardium. The pericardium is a fascia sac. Just send me a message, Mary, and I will help you find it afterwards. So the point we're going to be looking at is heart number 8, and we find this point by making a fist with our hand, and where our little finger is resting into our palm is where our heart number 8 point is. So at the very center where our middle finger touches, that's our pericardium channel, but the heart one is a little bit out to the side. And so we're just going to stimulate that point a little bit, and it might feel a little bit tender as well. So this is excellent to calm the mind. If our heart channel is out of balance, quite often we might get insomnia. We might feel heat rising. So this one's good if we're feeling like a little bit emotionally unstable. So one emotion that can get out of balance if our heart channel is out of balance is the emotion of desire. So either hand, you can even try both of them, and the one that's more tender is probably the one that needs a little bit more attention. So yeah, usually you can either do bilaterally or you can do unilaterally. So you can do both sides, 30 seconds or a minute on each, or you can just choose one side, the most tender one, and give it your attention. Can you feel that that area is a little bit more tender? It's a little bit more tender than some of the other areas on your palm. It always helps to take some big, deep breaths in and out at the same time. You know, what I might do is actually send some, put up some pictures on my Instagram of these points to help you find them later on, if you're interested. Me too, my right hand is more tender as well. All right, so we have one more point. I know that there's a couple of pregnant ladies joining us today, so this point is not for you unless your finger's getting tired. So if you're pregnant, this is only for you maybe at week 39, week 40, 41, 42, because this point is going to induce labor. So leave this for later on in your pregnancy, and the reason for this is this point helps to descend energy. So this is a great point for constipation. It's on our large intestine channel, which pairs with our lung channel, and this is the element of metal and the energy of letting go. So if we think of letting go of the fetus, giving birth, or letting go of our bowels, then this is what the point will help you with. So it's called Greater Valley, and basically it is the joining point between the thumb bone and your index finger. So all you do is slide your finger into that valley, Greater Valley, and then you press in here. So I'm not going to press too hard because I don't want the baby to come out yet. It still needs to cook for a couple more weeks. But if you aren't pregnant, or if you're in your 40th week and you really want the baby to come, then you can massage this area here. And you might see aunties and uncles massage this point a lot anyway. It's quite a common point to massage because it not only helps with constipation and letting go, but it also helps to boost our immune system. So this is going to help boost our external immune system and give us greater defense against any pathogens that might come our way. So I'm not going to touch it too hard for me today, but does it feel tender when you're massaging this point? And with all of these points, you just apply as much pressure as feels appropriate for you. So you don't want to go too hard that it feels like you're abusing yourself, but you do want to feel like you're creating some kind of movement and change. So a little bit of tenderness is good, but too much, you probably want to be a little bit more gentle on yourself. All right, so hopefully that was helpful, and please come over to my Instagram page and I'll pop up some pictures so you can find those points again later on. But I think it's probably about time to get into some movement. So we're going to think again about just balancing our emotions today. One of the best ways to balance emotions, or just get rid of very strong, sticky emotions, is shaking. So again, if you're pregnant, this is something that you don't want to shake too much around your abdomen, because you don't want to be shaking the fetus in there. Just think of shaking a baby, that's something we don't want to do. So just be really gentle, shake out the shoulders, the legs. Everyone else, go ahead and feel welcome to shake right up and down and let everything jiggle up and down. So I can't demonstrate too much how vigorous you can go, but you can go really vigorous if you like. I'm going to go a little bit gentle. I'm going to just stick with my shoulders and arms and a little bit of my legs, but please feel welcome to really shake it out. And it's almost like we're on one of those vibrating plates or even on a mini trampoline. So you can choose how fast you shake. You could shake slow and bigger, or you could shake smaller and faster. I really like smaller and faster. When I shake small and fast, I feel all of the cells in my body vibrate like they're shaking away something, like they're getting rid of toxins or getting rid of built up emotions or stagnant chi. But find out what works for you. Become even looser if you can. Imagine yourself like a rag doll. Smooth, deep breaths in and out. You could breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth, or you could breathe in through the nose and out of the nose. Keep your knees bent and all the joints in the body loose, open and relaxed. And start to imagine yourself like jelly, or like an octopus or a jellyfish, really hydrated and full of water, rather than thinking of yourself like bricks or dense bones, because we really are mostly water. So let your body move like you're hydrated and buoyant, and bounce. Bounce and jiggle like a jellyfish. Keep breathing smoothly in and out. I really love to think of flicking dark tar or dirty water off my fingertips, like I'm releasing any toxins or any negative emotions out of my body by shaking. I'm shaking it all out. I'm getting rid of anything stuck or sticky. You can take your arms out to the side if you like. You can really shake out one leg, the other leg. You can focus on certain areas of the body. Get as vigorous as your body feels comfortable. And in your mind, visualize yourself letting something go, shaking something off, like a wet dog that has just come out of the water or come out of the shower or a bath, and they just shake everything off. They get that water off them. They try and feel more comfortable. You can take your arms all the way up to the sky, all the way down, left to right, left to right. So any of that worry, stress, fear, desire, all of these things that might be building up over this period of significant change in all of our lives. Let it out. Let yourself feel a little bit more free and released from all of those emotions that might begin to be building up. And if you can, get a little bit smaller and a little bit more vigorous, and start to tune into a more subtle vibration in your body. Keep your nice big breaths in and out, smaller and faster, and then stop and let your hands just face each other in front of your lower abdomen. Keep your feet shoulder width or even wider than the knees bent and feel very stable, and just tune in to any subtle feeling you might be able to feel. Can you feel a tingling or a vibrating or a warmth in your palms? Maybe you can even feel it around your arms or legs or the neck or the chest as well. So this energy that you've created in your palms, we're going to push it together and then draw it apart, and we're going to see if we can play with it a little bit. So can you play, and as you push, does it feel like it's two same poles of a magnet, like two positive poles or two negative poles, and they just can't meet? There's some kind of resistance. And again, as you pull away, it's almost like there's something that is connecting your fingers. For some of us, it might be super obvious, but then for others, it might be more subtle. You might really need to tune in to try and feel it, but just notice what you can feel. And you could even take some circles and feel this kind of magnetic pull between the palms, and just be interested about what that might be. Ancient Taoists and in the Chinese medicine traditions call this Qi, but in Western medicine we're starting to understand that we have this biomagnetic energy, this real, tangible biomagnetic energy. All right, let's clap our palms together and rub the palms. Use that friction to create some heat between your palms. Flatten the palms together, rub them until you're starting to feel some warmth, and then place that warmth directly on your kidneys around the lower back. So it's about belly button height on the lower back, and feel that warmth pour into your kidneys. Calm and soothe your kidneys, soothe your adrenal glands, help let go of any stress responses in the body, adrenaline, cortisol. Keeping your palms on your lower back, nourishing your kidneys, just starting to spiral now. So imagining that your tailbone is drawing gentle circles around your feet on the ground. And you can go wider and spiral outwards if you like. And keep pouring that warm energy from your palms into your kidneys. And maybe go as big as your body wants to go. Make the circles really, really big. Your legs can be straight or bent with bent knees, whatever feels best for your body. And then now can you spiral and get smaller? So let that circle that your tailbone is drawing around your feet on the ground come to get a little bit smaller. And starting to really notice the more finer articulations around the pelvis and the sacrum and the lumbar vertebra. And then when you're as small as your body wants to go, change directions. Starting with small circles of the tailbone drawing around the feet, and then getting bigger and bigger and as big as your body wants to go. Letting the thigh bone roll easily in the hip socket. So all of these movements, rolling movements in our joints, create more synovial fluid in our joints and in our bursas, which means that we are literally lubricating our joints with these movements. We are literally hydrating, nourishing and lubricating our joints. Good. And then find neutral. We're going to take our energy forward and down, and we're taking a reset. Breathe into your heart space, pull the energy up, and then let your sliding doors open. Spread your arms out wide to the side, palms facing up. Exhale, reach out to the sides. Feel really good. Take a stretch, open the chest, open the heart. A breath in sends the palms together over your head. And an exhale projects and grows super tall towards the sky. You might even find yourself naturally floating onto your toes. Breathe in now, taking the energy back down to your chest. And then exhale to the earth. We're going to do a couple more. Lift energy from the ground through the legs, pelvis, spine up to your heart space. Slide any barriers to your heart open. Spread out as you exhale like you're spreading bird wings and feel really good. Open the chest. Breathe the arms up to the sky. Exhale, project, grow tall. Lift every vertebra, making space between each spine bone so your vertebral disc can rehydrate. Breathe in, back down to the chest. Exhale to the earth. Inhale. Slide the doors open. Exhale. Stretch out to the sides. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, reach and grow tall. Project energy out of your fingertips up to the sky. Inhale to the chest and down. Good. One more, breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here we're coming to fireworks. So we're gently lifting energy up to our heart space. The palms turn in and then turn away from us. We flip our palms to reach to the sky. This time our fingertips are towards each other and our palms are pressing up, and we exhale. Stretch, yawn, you can wriggle around if you like. And then with a breath in, we're just letting the arms effortlessly float down to the side and down. Exhale at the bottom, then breathe in, lift energy up. Pour it into your heart and turn away up to the sky. Exhale. Inhale, the arms float down as light as feathers. Almost feel like there's energy or bubbles or something that is lightening the arms down. They're not just dropping down heavy. And then breathe out with a rest at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift energy to the heart. In, spiraling away and up. Exhale. Inhale, the arms float down as light as feathers. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Parting the clouds, step forward with your right foot. In your mind, visualize dark cloudy clouds, dark thick clouds in front of you, and see your palms penetrating them as you dive forward and part the clouds. Breathe in, shift the weight back into your left foot. Exhale, dive powerfully with confidence through any dark clouds in front of you. Parting them with your palms, shift the weight back into your left foot. Feel your heart open and a bit lighter. Exhale, dive, parting those dark barriers. And they could be representative of barriers in your life right now. It might be emotional barriers, barriers in relationships, in your career, barriers in your physical health. Maybe there's an illness. See yourself confidently dive through these barriers, overcoming them, parting them to create light and joyous freedom in your heart space. So in our Qigong practice, we want to involve our mind, our intention, our yi, because the understanding is that our qi follows our yi. Our qi, our energy, follows our mind's intention or our mental energy. So really visualize what it is that might be a barrier in your life right now and dive through it confidently. And then breathe in, creating space, lightness, and freedom around whatever that barrier might be. Exhale, dive powerfully and confidently. Part the clouds, breathe in openness and lightness into your heart. Exhale, shift to the right foot. Inhale, energy opening into the heart, freedom and spaciousness. So the movement is really gentle and light. It's almost like the body feels like we're standing in a deep pool with the water up to our shoulders. And so we're not heavy with the full force of gravity. Or almost like you're an astronaut on the moon. Feel that lightness and buoyancy in your body. Last time, exhale, dive confidently through those dark clouds, parting them, creating freedom and lightness in your chest. Step your right foot back. Let's take a reset. Breathe in up to the heart space. Slide those doors open. Exhale, feel good. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, grow tall towards the ceiling. Inhale to the chest. Exhale down. Let's go to the left side. Step the left foot forward. Exhale, dive through those thick dark clouds. Part them. Breathe in. This could be a new obstacle in your life, maybe some extra different issue, or it might be the same one that you really want to focus yourself confidently, strongly with resilience, conquering and diving through. Each time you dive through with power and confidence, passing through these dark clouds, as you part them, smile at yourself. Feel lightness, confidence, joy, freedom. Exhale, dive. Inhale, parting the clouds, freedom and lightness in your heart space. The body is light. We're shifting the weight easily from our right foot backwards to our left foot forward. A few more rounds. Really use your mental energy so that your chi can go there. It's not just our body that's going to benefit from this, it's also our emotions, our confidence, our ability to see our own resilience. Whatever that obstacle is in your life right now, visualize yourself overcoming it. Visualize yourself diving through with confidence and clarity and finding that freedom and lightness in your heart once you've parted and overcome that barrier. Stepping back, reset. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to lift energy up. Qigong 1, suck energy up from the ground, draw it to your side body and push down. We'll go with this a few more rounds. It's like your feet and your hands are suction cups drinking up energy from the earth, pulling it back to the side body and pushing down. Inhale, drink up. Lift the organs and your perineum as well. And then exhale, let the organs sink back down. Inhale, lift up. Side body, exhale, push down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Gathering energy, send your arms out to the side, soften the elbow. Exhale down. Inhale out to the side, gather energy. Ground, soothe and calm, energy sinks down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, scoop energy away from you. Draw it into your third eye. Exhale, project out of the palms. Dantian rolling breath, breathe up the spine. Exhale, wheel down the front body. Inhale up the back body. Exhale down the front body. Inhale, rolling breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time as you inhale, lift up the perineum, your anus, your organs. As you exhale, feel the organs and the perineum relax and sink down. Feel that contrast. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink. Almost like you're giving your organs a massage. And also articulating and rolling through the spinal column. Exhale out of the palms. Draw the energy into your third eye. Exhale down. Reset. Breathe in up to the heart. Exhale. Spread out to the sides. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, grow tall. Inhale down to the chest. Exhale, we're going to add those three elements. Lifting energy up through the feet, through the arms, to the side body, and down. One, gathering energy. Arms out to the side, soft elbows, lift up. Exhale, ground calmly down. Scoop energy away from you. Into the third eye, flip the palms, exhale. 5 Dantian rolling breaths up the back body, down the front body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, project out of the palms, gather the energy into your third eye, and down. One reset, following along. Lift up to the chest, slide those doors open, reach out to the side, exhale. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, reach, reach, reach even more. Project, grow tall. Inhale to the chest. Exhale down. Flowing ribbon. From your center body, feel yourself drawing energy around your body like an octopus moving in water. So flowing ribbon is based on the rhythmic gymnast ribbon. If you've ever seen the rhythmic gymnasts in the Olympics, they have this beautiful long ribbon, but the ribbon actually isn't moving. It's the stick in their hand that creates the movement, and the ribbon is just an afterthought. So here we want to think of the energy below our navel like the stick. We move the stick and the energy just continues to move along the rest of the body. lift energy from your lower dantian, just below the belly button, and spread it around your body. So what we're practicing right now is a free form movement, three-dimensionally. My teacher, Master Yang, explains that the highest form of movement in Qigong is no mind movement. So what he means is that you just come to your practice and you listen to your body, you listen to your organs, your emotions and your energy, and you just move. And in doing that, you give your body exactly what it needs. You might already know where your body needs some extra attention. For example, you might have an injury. It might be an old injury that still gives you a little bit of discomfort. Or it might be some new niggle that you've discovered recently. This is your opportunity now to give those areas of your body a little bit of extra attention. And don't just think of your joints, your limbs, your muscles. They're the most easy things for us to pay attention to, quite often because we feel them more strongly. We're more aware of when things are wrong in our joints or when things are not quite right with our muscles, when they feel tight. But as you move, can you become a little bit more interested in maybe your organs? Are there any organs in your body that need some extra attention? How is your heart feeling today? How are your bowels feeling today? Do they need a bit of a massage, a bit of your healing energy? What about your lungs? Are you breathing freely and openly, or do they need some of your attention? The liver, how is that feeling? We can think of our organs like the engine of a car. We can paint the car and put all this sparkly, glossy trinkets and gadgets on the car, but if the engine isn't working, the car's not going to go. It doesn't matter how pretty the car looks superficially. And the same goes with our body as well. We can do ab crunches for an hour every day, and we can build beautiful defined arms and legs, but if our organs aren't happy, then our body isn't going to go for as long as it could otherwise. So you might even like to feel yourself moving the organs. You can go very low if you wanted to make it a little bit more intense and build some leg strength. You could keep it high and comfortable. Right now, could you please close your eyes if you haven't already? And just be interested in what you're feeling yourself. Don't worry about how you're moving. Don't worry about what you might look like. Just be interested in how it feels. Imagine no one is watching, because no one is watching. I'm not watching, I can't see you. And let yourself explore angles and shapes that you might have never done before. And right now, could you move even more slowly? Move slowly using your yi, your intention, to move your qi, your energy. Can you actually connect with the feeling of moving energy in your body? Can you feel that subtle sense of aliveness? And take it into areas that might feel not as awake, or not as hydrated, or not as alive as you'd like. And just a little bit longer as you move, can you smile at yourself? Let the energy of a smile influence how your movements are affecting your body. Start to let your movements become more small and condensed, and then draw your energy back to your lower abdomen, back to your lower dantian, the storehouse of your energy. Starting to gather and return all of your energy back into the storehouse at your lower abdomen, your lower dantian, where your life force battery pack is in the body. Close the eyes, have your feet hip distance or wider with your knees bent. Come into a Wuji stance, tailbone heavy, crown of head light and tall. With the eyes closed, tune into any residual subtle feeling you might have in your body. Then take your right hand, just hover it in front of your lower abdomen, and take your left hand and hover it in front of your chest at your heart space. Slide the left hand upwards as you circle your right hand forward and down. And then keeping this circle going, we're making a wheel away from ourselves. Right hand slides up, left hand forward and down. Left hand slides up, right hand forward and down. It's almost like your hands are trying to coax energy up, forward, and then relax the energy down and forward. Coax energy up and then down. Keep the neck, shoulders, jaw relaxed and loose. This is water wheel. So this is a little bit more of a gentle alternative to rolling dantian breath. When we did our big circles, our big wheels, coaxing energy around our microcosmic orbit, up the Do channel, our governing channel, and down our conception vessel, our Ren channel. Now we're just doing it a little bit more gently. So be as relaxed, open the knee joints, relaxed around the elbows and the shoulders. And see if you can feel the movement of energy. Can you feel that wheel, like a water wheel, rising up the back body, coming down the front body? Let it feel very soothing and calming. Like any energy systems in the body that became disorganized because of stagnant emotions or because of our lifestyles and any other imbalances. Can you feel like this is just bringing everything back home into balance? It's bringing the natural flow of energy back into harmony and balance, soothing, calming, relaxing. The understanding in Chinese medicine is when our energy flows freely, smoothly in the right direction, then our organs are healthy. And then we have great immunity, our hormones work well, all the systems of the body are working well. When we disrupt the flow of energy, this is when we begin to experience problems. Maybe the beginning with discomfort or emotions out of balance, and then starting to get more serious problems until the problems are so serious that they're irreversible. So starting with the subtle energy to nourish the whole body, all the organs, our emotions, our mental health. Nice, balanced, calm, grounded, alive, invigorating. Without feeling rushed at all, when you find your left hand hovering in front of your heart, your right hand in front of the lower abdomen, connect your palms at these places in your body and feel the warmth of your palms pour into your heart space and pour into your lower abdomen, nourishing the heart and recharging your lower dantian, the storehouse of your energy. Smooth, deep breaths in and out. Feel the warmth from your palms nourishing and soothing yourself. And give yourself a warm smile, acknowledging yourself for making this time today to practice. Let me acknowledge you all as well. Take your palms together, bow your head to your hands. Namaste, yogis. So that's the end of our practice today. As I said before, I'm going to put some pictures up of the acupressure points that we did on my personal Instagram page at Leonie Qigong. So if you're interested in being reminded of how to find these acupressure points, please go and have a look at them there. Otherwise, I just want to thank you all so much for joining in. I really get so much pleasure out of still being able to connect with you all. It means a lot to me because I miss pure yoga, I miss the studio, I miss all of the students, and this just means that we still get to say hello to each other once a week, and I am so grateful for that. So take care of yourself, and I'm always available on Instagram anytime you wanted to ask a question. I'll see you all next week.